I 29 female slept with new guy 34, male for the first time and felt he was rude to me. Was he? Dating a new guy for a month, he was a gentleman and very kind towards me. He very recently just told me how much he liked me and that I'm pretty, but most of all, I'm a kind person with a good heart, which is most important above anything. His intentions seemed genuine towards me. We had texted, spoke on the phone every day, up until Thursday when came to his side of the city we live in and we went out for cocktails, and to watch a band play. Afterwards we went back to his, which was around the corner from the venue. Everything felt right and we slept together for the first time I'd had sex in 9 months. It was very good, passionate, we both enjoyed it. Everything I thought it would be. The second it was over and he'd finished, he exclaimed how good it was, then got off me, and walked into his kitchen to check his phone, which was charging on the kitchen worktop. The lives in an apartment, so I could see this from his bed. He then stood there and watched the football highlights. He then started to type for a while, so I assume he was replying to text messages, then went and sat on the sofa for a few minutes. He eventually came back in his room, didn't say a word, just plugged in his phone to charge and set his alarm for 7 a.m. We were both off work the next day. He said, "You can stay if you want, but just so you know I'll be up at 7 a.m. I want to go to the gym." Night, he said this while his back to me, then went straight to sleep, not facing me. I stayed on the other side of the bed and eventually fell asleep myself. I felt awkward being there. Alarm went off at 7 a.m. We both woke up. I said good morning. He replied in kind. Again, no touching or looking over at me. He jumped straight out of bed. We got to sleep at 2 a.m. so I'm pretty tired, but I get up out of bed myself and go to his bathroom. By the time I get out, he's looking through his wardrobe deciding what he wants to wear for the day. I sit on his bed and book my Uber. I attempt to make small talk and ask more about his plans for the day with his friend. Again, doesn't look at me while replying, just looked through his wardrobe. At this point I felt like I'd served my purpose the night before and was no longer necessary. My Uber arrives, he walks me to his door. The Uber driver has parked at the end of his street due to road works that had taken place over the week. He says bye to me as I walk down the road. This was on Thursday night. Friday morning, no "Did you get home okay?" or "I had a good night" text. Nothing for over 2 days. Until 1 hour ago when he texted simply "recovered yet." I have not texted back and don't think I even want to see him again. My friend is trying to convince me he was just busy today, but being busy has never stopped him. Before we had texted every day. And to be honest, I'm put out by how distant he was after we had sex for the first time. He knows I don't have casual sex and hadn't slept with anyone for over 9 months. I felt like his behavior was inconsiderate and I feel quite used. I wasn't expecting a marriage proposal after sex. Just basic eye contact, conversation and maybe a hug. My friend thinks I'm overreacting, am I?